Hello everybody, it's Gaming Granny here, and welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. Let's get right into the video. Do I have to climb up? Oh, I can. Okay. Let's hope none of this breaks. You're pregnant. Be bad if you fall.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah. Like, this is very dangerous. Look at that. That could break any second. Oh, man. Okay, let's walk around. Okay, we're supposed to get up here.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Yeah? Is that a solar panel grill? Alright, cool. Open sesame.
They were both pretty intense.
Ah, bare skin.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I guess. Marines.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Put your book down.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Alright.
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Old campsite. What's around here?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Bye, birdie. With your friends. That's what the focus and everything looks like. I gotta do. Maybe I do something else. Anything over here? I could turn all the way around.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
That's a long time. Really blurry.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Oh.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Another picture of you, I
We
guess.
found an old... Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Fine. Fishies.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
It's a lot of ammo.
Give me a minute to
Wait,
check
no,
the
that's
map.
pudding. Alright, take your time. Birdie.
Dad!
Good eyes,
Oh.
Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where is she?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, You don't have to do anything, but if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oof. Aw.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Run! It's on a timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Oh gosh, that's how he died. Oh man. Seeing your dad go right in front of your eyes. Must have been very tragic.
Of all these stories, that's
her.
the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh. Oh yeah, because that other one's your mama. Makes me sad. Okay. Now this is different crawl space. Just
After Sam
different in
died,
moonlight.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Finch control. Oh, don't tell me this one died as a baby. Oh man. Dawn and Gus too. Oh, really? He was less than one. Reed.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh no, we're gonna relive it.
It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
He always. She doesn't sound like that phone call's good. Whoop, I got the whale. There, now he's good. Oh. I need over there. More bubbles. That's a weird thing to say. Do you not remember all of the toys in here? Uh-oh. And now I'm a frog. think it was. You left him unsupervised. You could have took the phone call in there. Or just hung up and get your child out of there first.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
This one was young, too.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Wedding?
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Did he go out like Edison or something? Oh, man. Did I get all the words? Letters?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remember.
Husband and wife. It's up here. Starting to get stormy. Oh, we could just put it in all the decorations. Okay. Ah. Oh, there's the totem
When the time for
pole.
photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Rude.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
So they went inside the tent. Except for me, apparently. Oop, there we go. Up down here.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
The kite is picking up speed with everything else. This does not concern anybody. This is
Thunder
loud.
sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Great. I wish that. Did he get killed by the tent?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
They just let you out here.
But I didn't. Until we found you.
Poor Gus.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Dawn survived for a little longer, I'm guessing. Can't go in their lockers. Weird that they have lockers. And an emergency evacuation plan. This is just their little classroom. Sweep trash, mop, mow yard, Gregory, be a baby. Oh. Never erased anything. Giving out a little climbing wall. Oh, we can go up here too. Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Oh, is this your mama's room?
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
She must have been strong. She had to go up and down that every time she wanted to do something.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sound like a great person. India, June 1987. I had a lot of friends, too.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Your brother?
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back
Yeah.
and to see kids in the house again.
Even got a little figure down here. I like the garden, too.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Or you could unseal the other doors and use them.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Yeah. Edith. Got all the names on there. Louis Rules. Guess that was Louis's desk. Teacher's desk. About Odin Finch. A lot of stuff. Oh, you got the cute photo.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
There's no end date
After
to him.
Milton disappeared, the
Oh,
only
that's
thing
why.
he left behind was a room full of paintings.
They look really nice. Aw. Probably go in here, yeah. Easy access. Lots of footprints on the floor. Door.
I think Edie was
Man.
happy to finally have another painter in the family.
You can even make architecture, man. That's cool. Okay, he has a cool room. Aww. Take note.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, it's one of these. Tattoo. I never made one of these. It would be cool too. Oh, it's a book and a flip book. Oh, keep going. Got magic doors down below. Where did he want to go? That's my question.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Aw. Yeah, R.I.P. Milton.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What did he find? Huh. Oh, yeah. Alright. Bye, Milton. Guess we keep going up. I mean, we can.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, that's where you got all the sardines. This is a nice place to relax, but it's also very easy to fall off, it looks like. This is an actual boat front. How did you manage to get this all the way up here? Oh my. Alright, you got one of these in here.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Yeah.
That part of him lived on.
Okay. Hey, Lewis.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Well, that's all he did.
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Okay, we've got to do two at
I
once.
asked him to describe it.
Oh.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Maybe up. Nope.
Then something moved. Bats
Bats.
and toads.
That's a big fossil. It's like a dragon.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head,
Oh, that's creative.
but he took it very seriously.
Because he's bored.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Adventure.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
This does not look focused. He'd
Like
easily
a whole
chop
new
his hand
Lewis.
off.
So I let him go on.
Oh, let's keep getting bigger.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Could have been a writer. With his imagination. Got a Dougie.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
How creative of you.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Oh, we've got our music. Dancing.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him
What struck him?
that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination,
It was.
so he could do whatever he wished.
Okay. Is he becoming king?
He held an election for mayor,
Oh, okay, mayor.
and he won.
Great.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Can barely even see the cannery stuff anymore.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Conquer.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
Try
We
not to
started
crash.
drifting away from our reality.
Oh well. Bang.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Just forgot to get him home. She's still there too. Couldn't the boss do something about that? He can't get too many overtime.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Colorful.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Make the story interesting.
He followed the sound of her
Let's go for a silver harp.
silver harp.
Pretty.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
It's completely gone now. Can't even see the chopping board no
He
more.
knew the world was all in his imagination.
Keeps giving me more fish.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Became what?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon,
Uh-oh.
but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
He's in very delusion now.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
This doesn't look right for a palace. Gets us cannery. Oh, there's your locker. That's a lot of blood for outside. Okay. It's because you take drugs when you're working. That's not great.
He began to forget the world we know.
Yeah, this is what the cannery looks like. Guess we're going to work.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Yeah. That's a lot of fish. Hey,
He
number...
began to despise the man
Oh,
with a royal
that's you.
contempt.
He's not even moving the fish no more.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Yeah, everyone I imagined. They have no faces, though.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Calico. It's pretty, though. Hello to you too, sir.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
I like her dress. Love purple.
There was only one thing left to do.
Get crowned.
Bend down his head.
That's not... This seems like a trap. That's a guillotine. Oh, great. This is how he died. And in the real world, it's that thing that chops off the fish's head.
And the rest I think you know.
Yeah.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
What a way to go.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
We've got Dawn, Edie, and Odin left. Alright. Let's keep going then. Onward. Nope, this way. Come on, let's go.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Let's move away from all these memories.
I wish we'd stayed.
Was this your room or?
But I understand why we left.
Yeah. Your house is massive. To teach to learn, Dawn Finch.
My
She
mom
was a
ended
writer.
up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Maybe. Hi, birdie. Oh, that's not a real bird. Oh well. Why do we go back down here? I want to go up.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Okay. Edith's will. Yeah, you're named after your grandma, great-grandma?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
Great.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Yep, adults need to argue. Okay. Guess we're going off this way.
the power had been shut off that morning.
That's why we
but
have candles.
Edie always had plenty of candles.
Seems
When my
kinda
mom
dangerous,
said the
though.
library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh,
or
that's
that Edie
interesting.
had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Cold. Edith Finch's.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
It's like there was some tsunami
It
coming?
was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, this means that there's gonna be a tsunami.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Okay.
God, it smelled awful.
Well, yeah, all the
No.
seafloor and stuff.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
Yeah.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
That's not good. Keep
I
going
got
forward.
turned around.
Go this way. You'll find your way eventually to someplace.
For a while, I wandered.
Wonder if she just, that night when they left, she just walked into the sea.
I started seeing things.
Hello, dear. See all the stories,
Things
I'm
I'd
guessing.
forgotten had ever existed.
Yeah.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Can we find the other half of that?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh. Bye, Great Grandma Edie.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Mama's trying to protect her baby.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Was it cancer? She
got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, what's that? Oh.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Yeah. Getting
Now I hope you'll
born.
never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Did she die during birth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Pay respects to your mom. That house still stands. Wow, okay. All those supports. A story by Giant Sparrow. Or Shirley Dallas. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!